Welcome to Lakers News Fan Report, your ultimate destination for everything purple and gold. I'm here to bring you the latest updates, the deepest analysis, and all the insider information about our beloved Los Angeles Lakers. Today, I need to talk about something that's been weighing on my mind, something that represents a seismic shift in how we understand this franchise moving forward. This isn't just another roster update or injury report. This is about legacy, about transition, about the painful but necessary evolution that every great organization must face. Stay with me because what I'm about to discuss will challenge everything you thought you knew about where the Lakers are headed and what decisions might be coming down the pipeline sooner than any of us expected. You know, there's a moment in every dynasty and every era of greatness where the torch must be passed. It's never easy, it's never clean, and it's never without controversy. We've seen it before in Lakers history. We saw it when Magic stepped away. We saw it during the transition from Shaq to Kobe. We saw it when Kobe retired and we entered years of rebuilding. These transitions define franchises, and how they're handled determines whether a team stays competitive or falls into mediocrity for years. Right now, we're standing at one of those crossroads, and the decision that management makes in the coming months could shape the next decade of Lakers basketball. Let me take you back to the beginning of this season because that's where this story really starts. The Lakers were flying high early on, winning games, playing with energy and cohesion that we hadn't seen in years. The offense was flowing, the defense was locked in, and most surprisingly, we were doing all of this without our most recognizable player on the court for several games. That reality should have told us something important. It should have signaled that maybe, just maybe, the structure of this team was changing in ways we weren't fully ready to acknowledge. For 2 decades, we've watched one of the greatest players in basketball history dominate the league. We've watched him carry teams to championships, break records that seemed untouchable, and redefine what it means to be an elite athlete well into your late 30s. This player has been the main man wherever he's gone, the undisputed leader, the guy who controls the offense and makes every critical decision in crunch time. But this season, for the first time in that legendary career, something fundamental has shifted. This player is no longer the main man of the franchise he's part of, and that reality is forcing everyone connected to the Lakers to confront some uncomfortable truths about the future. I'm talking, of course, about LeBron James. And before you click away thinking this is just another hot take designed to generate controversy, hear me out. This is about understanding where we are as a franchise, about being honest about the situation we're facing, and about preparing for what comes next. Because whether we like it or not, the Lakers have found their new star, and his name is Luka Doncic. The trade that brought Luka Doncic to Los Angeles in February was one of the most shocking moves in recent NBA history. Nobody saw it coming. The idea of sending Anthony Davis to Dallas in exchange for Doncic seemed almost impossible to comprehend when it first broke. AD had been our defensive anchor, our second superstar alongside LeBron, the guy we thought would be the bridge to the next generation of Lakers greatness. But management made a calculated decision that Doncic, at 26 years old and already established as one of the best players in the world, represented a better long-term investment than continuing with the LeBron-AD partnership. And you know what? They were absolutely right. Luka Doncic has been everything we could have hoped for and more. He's an MVP candidate. He's putting up numbers that place him in elite company. He's taken over games in the fourth quarter with that trademark step-back three and those impossible floaters in traffic. He's making everyone around him better, which is the hallmark of a true superstar. Most importantly, he's given Lakers fans something we desperately needed: hope for sustained excellence beyond the LeBron era. But Doncic isn't the only revelation this season. Austin Reaves has emerged as the most surprising breakout star of the 2025-26 campaign. The kid who started as an undrafted free agent, who worked his way into the rotation through sheer determination and basketball IQ, has transformed into a legitimate third option on a championship contending team. Reeves is averaging career highs across the board. He's hitting clutch shots. He's running pick and roll with Doncic like they've been playing together for years. He's defending multiple positions with intensity and intelligence. This is the kind of organic development that you can't manufacture, and it's exactly what the Lakers need as they build around their new franchise cornerstone. Now, here's where things get complicated. LeBron James, even at 41 years old, even dealing with sciatica issues in his left leg, can still play at a high level. He's shown throughout this season that he can coexist with Doncic and Reeves, thriving. He's still capable of averaging over 20 points per game. He's still making smart reads, hitting big shots, and providing veteran leadership that you simply cannot replace. From a pure basketball standpoint, LeBron James is still a valuable player who contributes to winning. But basketball isn't played in a vacuum. There are salary cap considerations. There are roster construction challenges. There are questions about how many minutes a 41-year-old body can handle over an 82-game season plus playoffs. There are concerns about whether having LeBron on the roster prevents younger players from getting the development opportunities they need. And most significantly, there's the reality that Luka Doncic is now the face of this franchise, and the organization needs to build around him for the next decade, not manage the final chapter of someone else's career. This brings me to the heart of what I need to discuss with you today. According to prominent NBA analyst Stephen A. Smith, if the Lakers had a choice, they would trade LeBron James. Let that sink in for a moment. We're talking about trading LeBron James, a player who brought us a championship in 2020, a player who's been the face of the NBA for nearly 2 decades, a player who still has juice left in the tank. But Smith's reasoning is sound, even if it's difficult to accept emotionally. Smith, speaking on a recent podcast, acknowledged that LeBron can still come back from his sciatica issues and average above 20 points per game. He's not questioning LeBron's ability to play. He's questioning whether it makes sense for the Lakers to keep him given the circumstances. Smith pointed out that because of LeBron's age and the fact that Luka Doncic represents the future, a trade might be the best move for the organization. Doncic is 26. He's entering his prime. The Lakers want young players who can grow with him, not a 41-year-old legend who's on his way out in the next year or two. And here's the critical point that Smith emphasized. This isn't about LeBron's game. It's about his age. If LeBron James was 31 instead of 41, we wouldn't be having this conversation. He'd be the unquestioned centerpiece of this franchise for years to come. But Father Time is undefeated, and even the greatest players in history eventually have to confront that reality. The Lakers are currently 15-4 after their recent win over the New Orleans Pelicans. They're winning at a high level, and they're doing it with LeBron sitting out games for load management to rest that troublesome left leg. Through the 2025-26 season, LeBron is expected to miss many more games as the team manages his workload carefully. This is the new reality. Doncic is the face of the franchise now. Whether LeBron gets traded to another team soon or retires as a Laker doesn't change that fundamental truth. The organization has made its choice about the future, and that choice is building around a 26-year-old superstar who could lead this team for the next 10 years. Now, I want to be very clear about something. This isn't me celebrating the potential departure of LeBron James. This isn't me being disrespectful to everything he's accomplished in a Lakers uniform. I have nothing but gratitude and respect for what LeBron has done for this franchise. He came here when we were at our lowest point. He brought us back to relevance. He delivered a championship during a pandemic when we needed it most. He's been a model professional and an incredible ambassador for the Lakers brand. If his time in Los Angeles is coming to an end, he deserves to leave with his head held high and with the appreciation of every Lakers fan. But I also believe in being honest about where we are as a franchise. I believe in having difficult conversations about roster construction and long-term planning. And I believe that sometimes the right decision for the organization isn't the emotionally satisfying decision for the fan base. Trading LeBron James would be painful, it would be controversial, it would generate headlines and hot takes for weeks. But it might also be the right basketball move if it allows the Lakers to fully commit to the Luka Doncic era and surround him with the pieces needed to compete for championships for the next decade. Let's talk about what a potential trade could look like and what the Lakers might be able to get in return. LeBron's contract situation makes him movable if the Lakers decide to go that route. He's still a name that would generate interest from contending teams who believe they're one piece away from a championship. Imagine LeBron on a team like the Clippers who could use veteran leadership and playoff experience. Imagine him on a team like the Warriors, reuniting with Steph Curry for one final championship run. Imagine him on a team like the Heat, going back to Miami, where he won 2 titles. These scenarios aren't far-fetched. They're realistic possibilities if the Lakers decide to explore the trade market. In return, the Lakers could target young players who fit the Doncic timeline. They could acquire draft picks that allow them to continue building through the draft. They could target 3-and-D wings who can space the floor and defend multiple positions. They could look for a backup point guard who can run the offense when Doncic needs rest. The possibilities are numerous, and a smart front office could turn a LeBron trade into multiple assets that improve the team's depth and flexibility. But there's another scenario to consider. Maybe LeBron decides to retire as a Laker. Maybe he plays out this season and next, gradually reducing his role as Doncic takes on more responsibility and then rides off into the sunset with the purple and gold being the last uniform he ever wears. That would be a storybook ending, and it's one that many fans would prefer. LeBron could transition into a mentor role, helping Doncic and Reeves develop their games while providing veteran wisdom in the locker room. He could pick his spots during the regular season and then turn it up in the playoffs when the games matter most. He could finish his career the way Kobe did, with a farewell tour that celebrates his incredible legacy. Both scenarios have merit. Both scenarios have challenges, and ultimately, the decision will come down to what LeBron wants and what the Lakers believe is best for the franchise. But make no mistake, the power dynamic has shifted. This is Luka Doncic's team now. The offense runs through him. The future is built around him, and every decision the Lakers make from this point forward has to be evaluated through the lens of how it impacts their ability to maximize Doncic's prime years. Let me address the elephant in the room. Some of you are probably angry right now. Some of you are probably thinking I'm being disrespectful to LeBron or that I'm jumping the gun on speculation. I get it. These conversations are never easy, especially when they involve a player of LeBron's stature. But this is what honest sports analysis looks like. This is what it means to think critically about roster construction and franchise direction. I'm not rooting for LeBron to leave. I'm simply acknowledging the reality of the situation and exploring what it means for the Lakers moving forward. The beauty of this current Lakers team is that they're winning regardless of who's on the court. When LeBron plays, they have his experience and basketball IQ. When he sits, they have Doncic's brilliance and Reeves's emergence. They have depth. They have versatility. They have multiple guys who can create offense and make plays. This is what a well-constructed roster looks like, and it's a testament to the front office's ability to build a team that isn't overly reliant on any single player. As we head deeper into the season, the load management for LeBron is going to continue. His left leg issues aren't going away overnight, and at 41, recovery takes longer than it used to. The Lakers are being smart about managing his minutes and picking spots where they really need him. This is the right approach for maximizing his effectiveness in the playoffs, but it also reinforces the reality that LeBron can't be the guy who plays 35 minutes a night anymore. He's not that player anymore, and that's okay. It's not a criticism. It's just the natural progression of a career that's already lasted longer than almost anyone in NBA history. Meanwhile, Luka Doncic is in his absolute prime. He's healthy. He's motivated. He's playing with a chip on his shoulder after the trade from Dallas. He's proving every single night that he's one of the 5 best players in the world. And he's doing it while making everyone around him better, which is exactly what you want from your franchise player. The Lakers hit the jackpot with this trade, and now they need to do everything possible to put the right pieces around Doncic to compete for championships. Austin Reaves deserves special mention here because his development has been absolutely crucial to the Lakers' success this season. He's become the perfect complement to Doncic, someone who can handle the ball, make plays, hit open shots, and defend with effort. Reaves is the kind of player that championship teams need, someone who does all the little things, who doesn't need the ball to be effective, and who elevates his game in big moments. The Lakers need to lock him up long-term and make sure he's part of this core moving forward. Looking at the bigger picture, the Lakers are in an incredibly strong position. They have a 26-year-old superstar in Doncic. They have a breakout star in Reaves. They have role players who fit the system. They have a coaching staff that knows how to manage personalities and maximize talent. They have a front office that's proven it can make bold moves when necessary. And they have the Lakers' mystique, the history, the championship pedigree that attracts free agents and makes players want to be part of this organization. The question is whether LeBron James fits into that future or whether it's time to part ways and let both sides move on to the next chapter. It's a question that doesn't have an easy answer, and it's one that will dominate conversations among Lakers fans for the rest of this season. Here's what I know for sure. The Lakers are going to be fine regardless of what happens with LeBron. That might sound harsh, but it's true. They have the foundation in place to compete at the highest level for years to come. Doncic is that good. The supporting cast is that solid. The organization is that well run. LeBron's potential departure, whether through trade or retirement, doesn't doom this franchise. It simply marks the end of one era and the beginning of another. And honestly, that should excite Lakers fans. Yes, it's bittersweet to see legends move on. Yes, it's emotional to confront the reality that Father Time catches everyone eventually. But it's also exciting to watch a new superstar take center stage. It's exciting to see young players develop and exceed expectations. It's exciting to imagine what this team could look like 2 or 3 years from now, with Doncic fully established as one of the league's elite players and surrounded by the right pieces. The Lakers have always been about winning championships. That's the standard, that's the expectation, and sometimes maintaining that standard requires making difficult decisions about beloved players. If the front office determines that trading LeBron or letting him retire clears the path for sustained excellence in the Doncic era, then that's what they should do. It won't be popular with everyone. It will generate debate and controversy, but it might be the right basketball decision, and that's what ultimately matters. So where does this leave us? We're watching a fascinating transition play out in real time. We're seeing LeBron James, one of the greatest players ever, navigate the final stages of his career while no longer being the undisputed alpha on his team. What moves should the Lakers make to maximize their championship window? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because I genuinely want to know how the fan base is processing all of this. If you found this analysis valuable, if you appreciate the honest, in-depth coverage we bring you here at Lakers News Fan Report, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We're covering every development with this team, every trade rumor, every strategic decision, and I don't want you to miss a single update. Share this video with your fellow Lakers fans who need to understand what's really happening with this franchise. Leave a like if you're excited about the Luka Doncic era, and let's keep this conversation going in the comments. Until next time, Lakers Nation, keep believing in the purple and gold. The future is bright, and we're going to be just fine. See you in the next one.